Hi guys, this is Abby from the Typey SLP. I just wanted to pop in and give you a quick look at my new boom card deck for the theme of gingerbread. So I wanted to show you kind of a couple things together to see kind of how I introduce it, how we talk about it, how we get some vocab, and then also how it can be adapted for some articulation and even some phonology. So what I wanted to show you first was just the menu so you can kind of see everything that you get because there is a lot. And then what I wanted to talk about was introducing gingerbread in general to your students. So you're going to go to what I like to use is the IC gingerbread cookies. This is just kind of like a general view of gingerbread cookies. And I like this because it has the cookie sheet that you would actually even put the cookies on in real life. So I think that's helpful to kind of give them like a realistic picture in their own kitchens of what this would look like. And then what I like to do from here is talk about what the cookies look like, how they're dressed differently, why they're dressed differently. Are they boys? Are they girls? Why do some have a skirt? Why are they wearing winter clothes? Anything like that to just kind of give us a good introduction. Then we have the glass of milk, which I like because um, I really try to incorporate things that were had true meanings to my students. And, typically my students will eat their cookie with chocolate milk or with milk. So just to kind of give that like real life piece to this vocab. So then we'll talk about, depending on where they are with their skills, we'll put the cookies in the milk, and maybe we just do that and we could leave the items back there and not even really talk about them. And so we could put them in the milk, we'll put more in the milk. And this is kind of how I introduced gingerbread men to them. So this is just an intro. I did put winter clothing back here, and I did that purposefully because some of the gingerbread are wearing winter clothing. And also typically I do this theme in the winter. So this kind of gives us a additional practice for some of that winter vocab. So then from there, once we have talked about the gingerbread and we put them in the milk, we talk all about that. You can make your sentence. You could do I see, and you could even do the gingerbread. I see a gingerbread man. I see a gingerbread girl. You could do the winter clothes. I see snow pants. I see mittens. All that. So however you want to use those. Then just to kind of give you an idea of how to incorporate some articulation in here, I really love this app called um, Web Paint. And so now what I'm going to do with Web Paint, I'm going to actually create a square. I'm going to create a white square with Web Paint. I'm going to cover up C. Oops, it was supposed to be solid, so let me fill that in. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to type in the word spy here. So instead of using C, I want to use spy for my S blends. So now I'm going to type in black. I'm going to type in the word spy. So now we've got spy. All right, so I'm going to use that instead um, so that when we're practicing this, we're going to say spy with our S blend. So that's just one really simple way to kind of tweak that and edit it. Again, this is called Web Paint. Okay, so next what I want to do, we're going to talk about how we make gingerbread men. So I'm going to go back to home and I'm going to go into baking and decorating. So we are going to bake our cookies, but before we do that, we're going to read this book called Maisie Makes Gingerbread Men. And I really love this book because it talks all about the steps for creating gingerbread. So we're in the kitchen. We are going to make gingerbread. We need all these different ingredients. I like this little this read aloud because it's got this little pointer, so I can actually point to all the things that Maisie is using, and the students are going to be able to see that a little bit easier. So she's taking out all her ingredients. We're going to walk through all the things that we need. There she is. She's mixing it together. Okay, so we're going to get through the book. We're cutting out. We're doing all that. So then what I've done is I have created kind of a similar effect with the boom cards. So flour, sugar, butter, eggs, and ginger. So over here, we're going to bake our cookies. And right here are all our ingredients. So we have to add the ingredients just like Maisie does. So if you see, she's getting all the ingredients ready. She's going to put them all in her bowl. So we're going to do that too. We're going to put everything in the bowl. So we put it in. Again, you can target in. We can say what we need. I need the eggs. So if your students are working on longer utterances, put the butter in the bowl, put the sugar in the bowl. So you can add everything in the bowl. Then, just like Maisie's doing, we're going to stir. So we'll put the spoon in the bowl and then we're going to stir it up. So it goes in the bowl and we stir it. So then what Maisie does next is that she's going to roll out her dough and do her shapes. So then that's what we can do next. We're going to roll out the dough, roll it out, and then we've got our cookie cutters. So we have to lay our cookie cutters down just like Maisie did. And you could count. We could count the gingerbread. For each one that we put out, we could do one of our speech words. Maybe we're working on the word stir or cook or bake, whatever sound it is that you're working on. So you can get one production or maybe two productions for each gingerbread man. You could put this up here. We could do him here. So however you want to do it. So then, just like with Maisie, we have to put it on our pan and we're going to put it in the oven. So we're going to go next. And now we need to put our gingerbread men that we made in the oven. So we're going to put it in the oven and then we're going to close the door. So we can say put the gingerbread men in the oven. We're really targeting in for this one, which is nice for core vocab. And so just like Maisie did, she puts it in her oven and then we have to wait. So we're going to turn our timer on and you'll hear it. So it clicks, we're clicking our timer on, and now it's going to count down. So when the timer gets to the end, we're going to open our oven. And here we go. We click the oven open and now we can decorate our gingerbread. So then with Maisie, she's making her, there it is, she's doing her dishes. And we could talk all about that because that's what, that is definitely something that they would have to do at home. They have to clean up, do their dishes, all that. And now they're eating their gingerbread. So we're going to decorate. So then now at this point, they could be requesting, I want the purple skirt. I want, and we could put it even up there. I want the purple skirt. I want the black boots. I want the green shirt. So we could put that on. Maybe we want the sunglasses, which are super cute. We could do those. We could do our smile. Maybe we want our bow. Maybe we need a couple of bows. Isn't she cute? And maybe a yellow scarf. So they've done their requesting. Maybe they want more bows. I want more purple bows. So maybe they want another one. Let's see. Put it on the sunglasses, right? Something silly. So how cute. So now we've made our gingerbread. And now we can talk again. We can go back through and talk again about what did we do? What did we start with? How did we do it? So then we'll go back home because we've done that. And some other things that we could do next. So we've done the baking. Now we could sort. We could help decorate him and her cookies. We could create a gingerbread village, which is fun. We could see what gingerbread cookies we can find. This one is, I really like this one because I have so many students working on him and her, and he and she. So you could tweak this if needed. If you're not doing give the, you could do he has a or she has a. So maybe he has a blue bow and we're giving the boy the blue bow and she has the red bow. Maybe she has the red hat and he has the top hat. She has a happy gingerbread and he has a sad gingerbread. And, so on and so forth. She has the red buttons, he has the blue, or we say give the blue button to him. So whatever, kind of phrase level you're working at. I included more of these because I just have so many kiddos that are working at this level. So again, we've got a him and a her. Let's see, we can hide, so we can give one to him and one to her. And we've got the gumdrops that are hiding. This one is really fun. So he and she is eating, and we can use descriptors. So he is eating a hard pretzel, and we can feed him the pretzel. She is eating salty French fries, then we could do that. So those descriptors are really, really great for your kiddos that are working on really expanding those utterances a little bit further. And I included a bunch there for you, but you can always type in it too using your platform or using that app I had showed you, that web paint. You could type in here. So it just depends on what level your kiddos are at. And this is fun because they get to feed them. And then some other things I like to do. This one is super fun. They get to make the cookies. So we'll do that, and we put all the ingredients in, and we've got, our ingredients for our gingerbread cookies, and then we turn it on, makes noise. And then we move the bowl over. And we see what we made, and we have made, a pirate gingerbread cookie. So that's super fun. So there's a bunch of those, and it's always a little bit different for each one. So then let's go back home, and then we've got a few other things. So at this point, I really like to give my kiddos a break too. I really try to make sure to incorporate some movement. So for these, you're going to move the gumdrop over, and then there's a little activity you can do. So, pretend you're in a snowball fight. Quickly make 3 round snowballs and toss them. So that gets their hands moving. We're talking about round. What's it feel like? You can really expand these. Here's a yellow one. Time to get to the ice rink. Lace up your skates and skate around the room for 20 seconds. Can you spin? Again, you can incorporate some of those S blends in there. If you're working on all different articulation sounds, you can kind of incorporate into there, which makes it fun when you're doing the movement. So there's a bunch of those. So then we can go back home again. Now we've got some things for a little bit older kiddos as well. So we've got describing images. So they can just describe with this. So you can move the green highlight. If it's a group, you tell what group it's in, what does it do. And then as you do that, you can check off each item as you are describing. You can make sentences. A gingerbread house is a food. It has candies and frosting. It is sweet. It is not durable because they break easily. So there's tons of those. And then another thing for a little bit older students, we've got compare contrast. So let's see, let's jump to this one. We're going to compare contrast a dessert with dinner. So you've got your cookie versus dinner. So a cookie would be delicious. Maybe we prefer that. And dinner would be maybe more savory and salty. They both are, maybe they're both yummy. Maybe we like both. Dinner might be more spicy. Dinner is probably hot, and dessert wouldn't be. So over here we could now type sweet, crunchy, and we've got that here even that we could pull up. So there's all different attributes you can put in and type. So there's a bunch of those in there for you. And then one other thing that's great for older kiddos would be the open-ended scenes. So if we go to these, now we can talk about how we make those cookies again. So you could do a review. We're in the kitchen. What do we need? How do we do it? Where does it go? You can name all the different things in the kitchen. So it's really good repetitive vocabulary practice. So there's so many different things. I didn't even get to everything, but there's so many different things that you could do with this, and tons of activities for you. It can expand with so many different books and online games, or on in-person hands-on games, whatever it is that you need. One other one I will show you. This one's cute. So you're going to match the place with the item on the map. So the candy shop is going to go with a candy cane. The workshop's going to go with the present. The firehouse is going to go with the fireman, and so on. So I hope that's helpful, and that's it.